So I thought I'd just show you some of the mess. After putting down the epoxy, it gave me a chance to go and work on all the individual seams where I've welded stuff in and make it look like there was never any welding done. So pretty much everywhere where I've been MIG welding or brazing or whatever, I've been working away. And I'm going to finish up in a bit and then shoot some more epoxy primer in here until this is covered up, and so then this is like sort of safely done. It's like the bottom, but later tonight it'll all be smoothed out and epoxied, so I shall then be able to take the next step beyond this one. Well, I'm just about to shoot a gray epoxy finishing coat on the interior, and then I'm going to actually spray the back half body color silver and clear, because that will be occasionally exposed and visible, whereas everything else gets covered with carpet and moldings and stuff. I was spraying in all of these areas, the channels, all the cavities and subframes at the back where all the holes are, and down here in the belt on the wheel wells and around the sides of the wheel wells and stuff, and in the back corner, everywhere under the hood. You know, the horns here, the front bar, the back section, all those holes, all those areas I filled with both a rust preventative paint and then a coating of a rubberized underbody. Even put the rubberized underbody in these cracks and up and underneath in the metal, all around and here. And the reason for that is simply if any moisture gets in any of those channels, and often it will because of things like condensation, then it's protected. So what I'll do is it was a bit of a mess. I had to sort of wipe it all up with the dry cleaning fluid, but got it roughly cleaned up. Now I'm going to shoot it with the gray and then the finishing silver and clear coat on the back. And then I'm going to, ultimately when the whole car is painted, I'll go back around with the wax preservative and I'll give a final squirt in all of the hidden channels and frames with just that wax, which is sort of a yellowish clear compound that Zybart uses. And that'll be the final sort of seal for any of the areas that are going to potentially get wet and stay wet and dry out slowly. I mean, obviously anything will eventually dry out. This car will always be garage kept, but it's nice to have the full protection. So that's really a messy day yesterday. Today I'll glue in those access hatches and prep everything up for from some painting. Right. Well, I thought I would shoot a video partway through the painting, so I use a standard 3M face shield and a head sock. Put the head sock outside of the organic canister because otherwise it doesn't seal well against my face, so sort of reverse it. And I clean that with the Eastwood pre-paint or paint pre-spray, because if I use xylene or perc or any of those other nasty chemicals, it destroys the mask. I'm just using just a filter, another 3M product to filter the air that's blowing in here. And I'm spraying with a $20 crap gun from Amazon for the primer with a 1.4 tip, which is fine. And I learned something today. I've been mixing the epoxy just straight up, you know, 1 part partner to 1 part epoxy. And for the finishing coat, they always say you can add a little bit of reducer. And I just put 15% reducer in, and it just sprays so much easier. And you get a much more consistent coat. It actually goes a little further. I guess it's not quite as thick, but boy, it sure sprays a lot better. So I'm not done yet. I'm halfway through. I'm just taking a break. I want this to set up a bit, and because I'm doing the back, and I was doing in the corners, and I want to wait until they're dry, and then I can sort of stuff some of the wires in those corners and then finish spraying. But you can see I'm pretty close to getting full coverage, so looking like awesome. And then tomorrow I'll shoot silver in the back half, then the clear, and and then the inside's done. Ha ha ha. And then I can work on the engine bay and get it to the next level, and then so on and so on. So there you go. That's sort of the midway through painting mess. Okay, so I did the dirty deed, and I finished with the gray epoxy, and then I shot the silver base coat, and I've experimented a little bit with clear, and I got it all done inside. So we're looking good now. So it's I'll do the bottom of the car next in the silver and clear, and then I will do the engine bay, and then I can start worrying about the exterior panels of the car and getting everything up to speed. But I'm learning to paint, so I don't want to go to all the hard stuff first. I want to do all this and just get used to the gun settings and the paint and techniques and stuff. And I learned something today. When I was shooting the clear, I was not putting it on, flowing it on thick enough, and so I was getting more of a sort of a rough orange peel than I wanted. I'm gonna have to probably really tune the gun and learn a lot, but I also realized that the underlying paint surface, if you look at this and you say, wow, the dash in silver looks great, it's nice and smooth. Well, it's not. I can feel, if I rub it with my hand, I can feel little bumps everywhere. And I don't care about this, it's all gonna get covered up. But if I wanted to clear that, all of a sudden it would look like shit. So I have to really prepare, before I build up and do any of the final layers. You got to have everything underneath it just absolutely perfect. So I'm preaching to the converted. Anyone that's a painter knows what I'm talking about. For me, it's just a reminder, because I didn't care. I'm just putting the clear on just to protect the paint here. But it's just a reminder to me that I'll have to be on my game when it comes to really getting the car absolutely dead smooth and just learning how to use the gun properly. Okay, well that's it.